How many of you have seen the movie John Q? Denzel Washington's character, he has a son with a heart condition. He thought that his HMO would help him. He went through paperwork time and time again. And just when he thought everything was going to work out, they shut the door on his face. He snapped to the point where he went to the surgeon. He went to the heart surgeon, asked, how much does it normally cost to do a surgery of this procedure? $250,000. And how many of them do you probably do in a year? He said several. He's begging this man not to turn his nose, but to just do this one thing to save his son. You know the movie and how it goes if you've watched it. He snapped, took the cardiologist and everybody hospital. And when it looked like everything was lost and there was no heart on the way, he begged the same surgeon, I'm going to kill myself, but take my heart and put it in his. Beg earnestly, desperate. These demons were desperate not to be destroyed because they knew that Jesus could do it. And here they are on the verge of going into the abyss because they're facing the man that could send them away. Now, why am I telling you all this? Because now, as the children of God, with the Spirit of God that lives down inside of you, when you trust in the God that can deliver you, you ought to be able to know that when the Lord is with you and you figure out how the enemy is trying to mess up your stuff, when you show up, the enemy ought to be begging for his life.
Well, yes. Oh, yes.
You shouldn't be looking like you about to get whooped again. Walking around like you don't have any hope. Looking pitiful like you've been sucking on lemons and drinking sour milk. For goodness sake, you ought to know that when the power of God is in your life, when you show up, I'm talking about when you go into the hospital room, when you show up, the demons and those things that try to take you down ought to be scared.
Yes.
Not because it's you, but because of the Christ that lives in you. You want to see your neighborhood change? You ought to be able to say, Lord, give me strength to just live like you want me to live. And I promise you, some of the stuff that you see around you right now will change because you just walk down the street.
Yes.
You need something going on in you. And stop talking about what you think is going on with you. He's trying to restore. He wants to restore your household, your marriage, your future marriage, all these different things. But it's not going to happen unless you trust him. Not unless you confront the issue. Don't talk about the issue. Confront it this way. I don't want this thing to continue to separate me from you. Ooh, that was a switch. I don't care how much they hurt you. If you look at them and say, I don't want this thing to separate me from you. I know you feel as hurt as you've ever felt, and you're going to cover it up for the rest, try to cover it up for the rest of your life and say, no, I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine. No, you need to confront it.
Yes.
Because you won't find any peace. Run to Jesus. Don't walk. Don't mill around. Don't wait for him to come to you. You want things to change? You.
Yes.
Don't wait for me. I might be sick one day. I mean, I have had stomach issues in the past. Don't wait for the pastor to show up when God gave you the same power.
Yes.
He's saying, come unto me, all that are weary and heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Don't carry it by yourself. Go to.
Oh, yeah.
God bless you. May heaven smile upon you.
Amen.
It's time for restoration to happen.
Amen.
You can keep on playing and keep on letting it fester. So, this may not be for you in a specific situation, but my spirit is still calling for restoration in families. There's some family stuff right now that is not only unresolved, but the people that need to resolve it are so gung-ho on what they believe they're all about, and they were wrong so much. God is not pleased. Let me speak prophetically. You're not going to have anything better happen until you get whatever this thing is straight.
Well, yes.
All that stuff, relationship, it's not going to be straight until you get this stuff straight.